Hello and welcome, beautiful people of YouTube. This is Bahama Raven speaking, and welcome to this new episode of my Let's Play guide of Trails of Cold Steel 2. In the last part, we got to the West Celtic Highway, we got to Celtic, and we also reunited with our friend Marcus, the first member of Class 7 we actually get in this game. And I'm positive about the fact that I'm probably going to ditch him the first chance I get, but with all good intents and purposes, he's probably going to be useful in this chapter more than anything else. So, for now, he's going to be useful. Later, who knows? Okay then, now let's go inside the markets manager house because we actually have to talk to him to progress with the story, and he's going to give us something that, if you have ever played an RPG, you should know they are coming. Again, I'm trying not to talk too much over the story, mostly because I do not want to voice the unimportant bits, but at the same time I don't want you to miss some details. But then again, if there is something important, I'm probably going to step in. Well, you just had to go and ask. Yep, good old side quests back in action. Now here, as you can see, there are two different types of side quests. One says required and one just unread. Basically, the one required means that has to be done in order to progress with the story. It's the same thing as if in the first game. And the other one is a secondary one that can be skipped if you do not want to do it. However, if you don't, you will be missing on some academic points and you will miss out on the S rank. So we're gonna do them both. So this one, the non-mandatory one, is a monster quest, meaning we will have to fight and kill a specific monster. The other one requires us to get some herbs. Oh well, easy enough, I guess. Okay, now we can see the quests at will in our notebook, in the quest tab. So in case you forget what it is that a quest entails, you can see it there. And about quest rewards, basically you will complete quests and you will get rewards, of course. And you will also get Mira, the currency of the game. However, you need to keep in mind that you will get the money for quests only at the end of the chapter, not immediately. So for a little while we're probably gonna have some money shortage, but it's not that big of a deal. You also need to report the quests directly at times, so keep an eye on that. And one sad thing is that all the ranks I got in the first game gets completely reset. Jesus, all that hard work for nothing. Every quest, and pretty much even proceeding with the story, will grant you academic points, which needs to be accumulated for some special rewards, as well as the ability to get the S rank at the end of a chapter. And I highly suggest you get all the academic points you get, because the more you rank up, the better the rewards. Trust me, some of the best items in the game can be obtained like this. Anyway, now that we have done that, let us do a few side quests, but before that, there is one more thing that we can do. If we go to the chapel this way... Also, I've decided that I'll use turbo mode at every chance I get. If it makes my life a little easier, I am going to use it. If you go here and talk to Rosine... she will give us some tier bomb for free. And trust me, every help we can get for free is a blessing in disguise. And we also get an update to her character notebook. And now, let's go with the quests. So the first one that I'm going to do is the non-mandatory one, because if I remember correctly, as soon as you finish the mandatory one, the story progresses automatically, and I don't want that, so always try to do the non-mandatory one first. In order to do that, we need to head to the East Celtic Highway in Area 2. So, actually, before that... I need to go to the armor shop and buy, yeah, I remembered it well, some better equipment for Machias. Otherwise his defensive would have been like 100 points down, and I really don't want that. Also, if I remember correctly, yes, I still need to upgrade his shotgun. Yeah, I could have done that, off screen, but then again I completely forgot. Also, if you have some spare quartzes that you want to give him, feel free. I'm just gonna give him whatever I have to spare. Yeah, this'll do. At least for the time being. Alright then, East Celtic Highway, here I come. Okay, like I said, we need to go to Area 2. Also, are there new monsters that I need to get? Oh, yeah, pretty much everyone. So let's get to it.
Let's get him!
By the end of the episode, I would really like for Reem and Machias to reach level 50 if at all possible. But anyway, here's a new monster, the Ripper Squirrel. Oh, no, it's not a new one, I already have this one. Oh well.
mine! Sure thing. It's might. Eat that! Alright, let's keep moving. Ha! Ha! Right, let's get started. Let's move.
Funny. I'll need to double check a few things.
We have to retreat. Let's keep moving.
Oh yeah, because they count under Celtic Highway, so I already have these. And I'm checking the East Trista Highway. I'm sorry guys, I am very dumb. I forgot that I've been here in the last episode. It's been a while since I last recorded, to be completely honest. So I can pretty much skip this entire area. I'll be doing some grinding off screen before the end of the episode, so don't worry. Like I said, I want Rin and Marcus to reach level 50 before the end of this part, so I'll do just that. So, we need to head this way. There it is. That's the monster we're looking for. You can't stun
Stay
it.
sharp, guys. Here I go.
And here it is, the giant crop muncher. Think of this enemy, just bigger. Okay, so this enemy, compared to the crop muncher, it can blind you, same as the small one, but there is another thing that it can do. It can also heal itself, as well as boost his strength and defense, if I do remember correctly. So you want to try and take this guy down as fast as possible before it deals any sort of trouble. But as you can see, it shouldn't be too hard, especially considering that he has a very high unbalanced efficacy, so you can easily unbalance him, especially with Rin that has an S rank in Slash. Not much else to say, so let's just do it. For one thing, I'm just gonna try to delay him as much as possible, because otherwise I know that he's going to prove troublesome, to say the least.
Sure thing.
Okay, so also a very important thing to do as quickly as humanly possible, take out the small fries. I know it sounds, okay, who's the one that's moving? Okay, it's this one down here. Yeah, it's this one. He's gonna move and probably attack Rin. He is in range. So for now, I'm just gonna focus on these ones. I'm gonna try and take out 3 of them. You should give higher priority to the mob, because they can still inflict extra damage on you. Okay, considering that next turn it's the turn of 4 enemies, I'm just gonna use Burst Drive right here to anticipate Rin's turn.
Time barrier. Break!
Here's the beauty of of Burst Shell. Okay, so let's try this. I need to delay the big one.
Now!
Delayed.
Marcus, let's go! Leave it to me.
Also, don't be afraid of using bravery points right now. You really don't miss out.
Sure thing.
Okay, I can cast another heat wave, but okay, so next turn it's this one, and this one right here. I probably won't even need to use a battle scope on this one. I'm gonna target this guy, because I think that one right there in the back and the left is going to move closer, and it's probably going to get in the circle.
Activate.
Oh wait, I forgot. Total moves first. Whoops. My bad. That one died from burn. That one gets poison damage. This one attacks Rin.
My
Okay.
turn.
And I'm still gonna keep arc slashing this guy into oblivion. Because that's all I do.
Now's our chance. You're
It's funny
mine.
how much it's getting
Sure thing.
delayed. The first time I ever fought this guy on normal mode, he never got delayed. Now, you think I might be joking, but trust me, I am not. Also, the arts I am using to take out these enemies are
It's my
very
turn.
much intentional. Because I'm trying to hit as many as I can while still dealing damage to the big guy. Because I know how much of a bother he can be. Let's see. A petrification shell, maybe? Yeah, sure, it should be taking out this crop muncher anyway.
Locked and loaded. You won't get away. They're off balance. Got you.
No, he didn't. Bit of a shame.
Sure thing.
But right now I can do this
Try this.
and take out the remaining 2 of the small fries, leaving only the big guy.
My turn.
Okay, art defense is down, so Toval should be dealing a lot more damage and delay is not gonna work. Or rather,
Now's our
it
chance.
will, but
You're mine.
not enough to give me another turn. Okay,
Here I
Toval
go.
got blinded, but I really don't care because blind only affects physical accuracy. And from next turn, Toval is going to use an art, as you can see.
Ready to go.
Okay, so I think Hit Wave is the way to go. And Scouter, yeah, so now I don't even need to use the battle scope. I already have all the data I need. Okay, let's try and do something
about
fun
this?
here.
They're off balance. Got you.
Perfect.
Here I go.
Now, if I can delay him enough, no, it's not enough. Even if I delayed him, he would have lost the defense debuff.
Sure
Okay,
thing.
Reen got blinded. That's not good.
Here you go.
I suppose it really isn't that easy. Oh, please
Here
do
I go.
attack Toval. I really don't care. I think I'll take this turn to actually heal up from blind.
Huh.
Because honestly, I don't like Reen being blinded at all.
I'm up.
Like, if it's Toval,
Activate.
I don't care because he can still use arts. But Reen, which is mostly a physical attacker, does need all the accuracy he
Leave
can
this to me.
get. Okay, here I'm actually going to use an energy shell on
Hang
him
in there,
because
everyone.
Total can survive
Thanks.
a hit. Reen can take more damage here.
Here I
Okay,
go.
he healed himself and actually buffed his strength, only his strength, so... Right now, we're on a timer. We need to take him down before he can get his strength to 50% and completely obliterate us. So, we need to act very fast.
Now.
It doesn't
You're
help.
mine. Ready to go.
Although, I can do this and use
Here I go.
overdrive
Overdrive.
to actually give myself a little bit of an extra chance. By doing this with the overdrive, I
Let's move.
pretty much cancel his healing
Now's our chance.
back
Gotcha.
there.
Sure thing.
Okay, one more heat wave.
Here you go.
And then I could technically use Total's S-Craft to actually finish this off if I want to.
Too slow.
I guess I won't need it,
Now's
not
our
now.
chance. Gotcha. Sure thing. Arcus activate. Here I go.
I'm actually gonna keep that as a
Now.
as a last-ditch
Now's your
effort.
chance! Understood.
Okay, that did it. It stopped moving, that means it's dead. Okay, that was easy enough, I guess.
Sorry, that's it for you.
Okay, double level up.
Great! Looking good.
We defeated the quest monster. And now we have to report back. This is one of those requests where you have to report back. Now, here you get the chance to return to Kevlik automatically. And I actually suggest you take it because walking back you just find monsters unless you want to grind. But you can do it pretty much at any time until you finish the other mandatory requests. So I don't see why you shouldn't, especially after a mini boss fight where you use your resources. And here's our reward, by the way, the detection quartz, which I am going to use. I'm gonna put him on Marcus. 12-volt better, actually. Because here's what it does. No, I cannot put it on him. Not the way I want to, anyway. Can get rid of Spark Arrow. Oh, no, it's a level 1 quartz. Okay, I see. Okay, let me do a little something real quick. I'm gonna go unlocking a couple of slots for Marcus too. I actually completely forgot about that somehow. These two can do. So, what detection does is boosting your art strike by 10 points, as well as giving you the ability to see enemies and chests on the world map. And if you're going for 100% completion, this one is going to be your best friend, so make sure you have it on you at all times. Since I am going to look for all the treasure chests, this one is going to come in handy for me. I am going to put him on Marcus because in case I do need to use some arts on him, it does something. I would really like to put him on Toval. On him though, because he would definitely make even use of the plus 10 in art strike much better. But I really don't have a way to do so without putting away anything else. Actually, you know what? You can get analyze just in case, and you get detection. Easy enough, right? Okay, so after this fight, before proceeding, I suggest you go to the inn and actually rest. This will allow you to recover your craft points. I suggest you do it at least once every time you finish a mini-boss. Okay, so for the mandatory quest now, we have to head to the chapel and talk to Father Zindbel. I don't remember if that's what his name was. Yes, Zerbel. If you'd actually paid close attention, you should already know where these herbs are. But we'll have to go around a little bit before getting to the place where those herbs actually are. Remember, we're in a JRPG. It's never that easy. So to proceed with this quest, we actually have to go to the Grand Market first and find the stall on the northwest side and talk to a guy named Flint. But if you access the map, you should be able to see it right there. A good thing about Trails of Cold Steel is that whenever you start a side quest and you look at the map, you actually see where you're supposed to be going. That's something that really helps in case you are not following a guide or don't have notes or anything else at all. Yep, that's exactly where those herbs are. We've passed them by while looking for a chest. Okay, now we need to go to Lunari Nature Park again. So, West Highway, here I come. Okay, so I'm just gonna turbo my way there. Because God forbids if I'm gonna walk at normal pace until there. And before entering, we need to talk to this guy. Now, if you have seen the first game or played the first game, you should remember this guy being the drunk guard that tipped us off about some fake rangers at the end of Chapter 1. And he actually helped us solving the mystery of the theft that was in the Grand Market. Shh. Mute all the sounds regarding the dog. Okay, so now we can get in and start looking for the herbs. Now, in case you have missed what he said about the position of the herbs, the map comes to our aid. Just go straight. You really can't miss them. Speaking of which, did I get all the monsters here? I did. That's good.
This could get tricky. Look sharp.
Just go past this thing, and done. Here it is. Also, just FYI, if you see the video lagging, it's because of my computer. Sometimes my CPU can't hold it. I can't keep it at a fixed rate. Well, there's no harm in doing that. And this is our reward, the Tiara Bombs. And Celestial Bombs, now these will be useful to me. Okay, now that we're done with both side quests, we can actually continue with the story. But before doing that, I'll be doing a couple of things. Okay, so I can't do it here apparently. I'll just do it later then, it doesn't really matter all that much. So, East Highway. And let's go to the windmill. Now, the game will give us a prompt right here, but once you enter the windmill, the story will progress, and all side quests that we haven't done already will be completely lost. So be sure to do the other side quest if you're aiming for the S rank. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter, I guess. But since I did all that I needed to do, I am allowed to wait.
Testing. Beginning periodic update. This is Elliot. Do you read me, Machias?
This is Machias. Yeah, the signal's perfectly clear. Thee's nearby too, right? How's everything on your end?
We've surveyed the area around the Twin Dragons Bridge as best we could. As we expected, their defense is airtight.
To pass through, you need a permit from either the Kreutzen Provincial Army or the Noble Alliance.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Civilians and merchants don't stand a chance right now. This isn't gonna be easy, no matter how you slice it.
Alright then. Sounds like we'll need to devise a plan. Oh, and by the way, I have some good news for the two of you.
Huh?
Can you hear me, you two?
It can't be. Is that you, Reen?
Is that really you? You're not pulling our leg, are you, Machias?
Ouch. Not that much of a jerk.
Nope, it's really me. I met up with them not too long ago. And you remember Toval the Bracer, right? He and Celine are with me too.
Hello again, you two.
Yo, long time no speak.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. This isn't a dream, is it?
Nope, it's real.
If you're gonna pinch someone to check, pinch yourself.
The funny thing here is just how Fee sounds like a deadpan whenever she does stuff like this. I don't know, maybe it's also because of the charm of the voice actress.
Come on, stop messing around.
You two are the same as ever.
Anyway, we're really happy that you're all right. You're in that windmill now, right? Is there any way we can meet up?
That was what we were planning on discussing with you, actually.
We'd like to come over to you. Do you have a safe place in mind that we could use as a meeting point?
How about Point D in front of the Twin Dragons Bridge? It's not visible from the surrounding area, so the Provincial Army shouldn't notice us if we meet there.
Point D was the one on the outer edge of East Celtic Highway, right? Alright, that should be fine. We'll head over there right away.
Okay, we'll head out too.
Well, see you later. Over.
Oh, thank goodness Reen's okay. Thank you so much, Adios. Weird that he's with Toval, though. I get Celine being there, but why a bracer?
Yeah, there's some catching up you need to do.
We'll just have to ask once we see them. But the most important part is he's okay. Feels like we're finally making some real progress.
Yeah, agreed. Anyway, let's get going. I can't wait to see Reen again.
Same here.
Fee? What's wrong?
Go on ahead. I'll catch up. There's something I need to check first.
Wonder what that's about. Okay, now we're getting into the third area of East Celtic Highway, which we never could have explored in the first game. Okay, time to explore a new area then. Okay, I'm just gonna run past areas 1 and 2 and head straight to the third. I'm gonna take the liberty to actually grind until level 50 there.
There's the Transcontinental Railroad. We're not too far off from Bereahard.
Yeah, I hope Eustace is safe.
Yeah, so do I. What an ornate treasure chest!
And he's the guy that doesn't care about uses, huh? Also, I forgot this mute quartz while I was on the way. Actually, I forgot both the chests in this area. Silly me. Whoopsie daisy.
Damn it! We're all screwed up. I'm up!
Oh, that's weird.
My turn!
Right! Eat that! Sure thing. Phew.
Well, thank you. 3 materials. Those are always useful. Okay, now I can get to Highway 3. But there are gonna be a lot of new enemies, so I am going to be doing some fights.
This way leads to the bridge, right?
Yeah, it's not that far now.
I'll let you know when we need to turn.
Okay, so basically we have to follow the beaten path.
Enemy sighted. Let's take him out.
Ready to go!
Okay, first new enemy, the Axe Bird. Okay, standard enemies. Now, in case you wonder why I'm not stopping myself at analyzing the regular enemies is that most of the times there really isn't much to be said
Here
to
you go.
begin with, so I just don't bother. If there is something,
Take this!
should have aimed for the other one.
Too slow! My turn!
If there is something to be said, I'll be
Ready to
sure
go.
to do so, but
Leave us take this!
beyond that,
That takes care of them.
I see no reason to do it. Okay, so here there should be a couple of chests, as well as a new enemy. Well, not really new.
Stay on guard and don't get cocky! Here I go!
Flying Feline, yeah, this was in the first dungeon of the first game. Or at least it actually got stronger, to
Now's
be
our
honest.
chance! You're mine! Right!
Never seen that coming.
Sure thing.
I'm just gonna take one of them out. By the way, dealing with the second should be relatively easier.
Ready to go.
Here I go!
Okay, it's safe for now.
Marcus got to level 49.
Exactly how it
That's
should
good.
be.
That's very good. Let's get this chest. 100 Cephid Mass, that's 2000 Mira. Always nice to have. Especially when I'm gonna do somewhat of a minimalist run, where I try not to grind too much.
Okay, take a left here.
Guess this is our point D then.
Oh, duh. There are a couple of new enemies on the way there, this being one
Now's
of
our
them.
chance! My turn!
Eerie Bug.
There! Now's our chance! You're mine!
I'm up.
Not really sturdy though, are
Leave this to
they?
me! Arcus activate!
There we go.
Ready to go.
Let's move! Ha! Leave this to me! Ha!
Sure thing. Sorry. That's it for you.
There we go. Okay, Rin is close to level 50. Honestly, I don't really care if Marcus gets left behind a little, but I do want Rin to be level 50 before I end this part, and
We
we're very
aren't planning
close
to
to the
take
end.
that monster on, are we?
Ha!
Stay sharp, guys.
Okay,
Here I
two
go.
new enemies. The scary dinosaur and the bear mole. Okay, one thing to be noted about the bear mole, it can inflict the faint status on you, if I remember. And this one should be inflicting freeze? Or confuse, I honestly don't remember. In any case,
There!
I'm just gonna pummel them as hard as I can.
Ready to go.
Delay is always welcome here. I am gonna try and weaken the dinosaur. Well, I
Leave it to
see,
me.
that's good. So I'm gonna analyze the bear mole.
Take!
That's gonna be the first one I'm gonna try to kill
Here I go!
for obvious reasons. Very weak to fire, so this should actually be enough to kill. Not quite.
Ready to go.
But the burn does it for me. So yeah, as you can see, Rin resisted that attack.
It's my
Because I
turn!
think he still had the citrus bottle from the fight, from the boss at the end of part 4. So it actually stands to reason why he resisted.
Take!
There we
Let's
go.
move!
I'm up.
Delayed and poisoned. Deadly
Leave us to
combo
take
here.
this! Let's move! Sit!
Sure thing.
Ouch. But you killed yourself.
That takes care of them.
Okay, now that that's done. Now proceeding down this path will get us to point D, as you can see. However, I am gonna go back a little bit and gonna get Rean to level 50 before the end of the episode, so I'll be right back. Okay, I did what I had to do. I got Rean to level 50 and Towel got to level 51 by process of, well, gaining experience. Sorry, my English isn't perfect here. Also, stop lagging, damn computer. Thank you. Marcus is still level 49, but he is going to catch up with Rean. You'll see what I mean later. Anyway, let's proceed towards point D. Let's find Elliot and Fee, please. I need them back badly.
Rean! I'm not seeing things, am I?
You're touching me. I'm not a ghost, so yes.
It really is you, right?
Yep, it really is me. It's great to finally see you again, Elliot.
I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe you're here.
Likewise. Can't help but feel a little bad, though. I'm sorry for how things happened. I didn't mean to worry you so much.
No, it's fine. I had faith that you would come back to us one day. That you were out there alive and well someplace, even if we didn't know where that someplace was. I told you how I wanted us to play music together again, right? So I never stopped believing, not once.
Thanks, Elliot. That means a lot to me. And thanks for waiting for me. I'm glad this day could finally come.
Welcome back to the team, Rean.
Oh yeah, what happened to Fee?
Yeah, what happened to the good party member between you two? Oops.
I thought you were with her.
I was, but right before we took off to meet with you guys, she seemed to notice something and told me she'd catch up later. I'm sure she won't be long.
I'm back.
Whoa, that was quick.
Fee! Whoa!
Oops.
A little dramatic, don't you think?
Ow, ow, ow. I'm not sure that was such a good idea, Fee. It'd kinda spoil the reunion if you broke a bone or something. Or me, for that matter. What's wrong? Don't tell me you really did hurt yourself.
Nope, I'm good. It just sunk in that it's really you.
Who else would it be? I'm happy to see you're okay.
I wasn't going to give up. I wasn't going to risk losing my new family. And I wanted to see you again, Rean.
Yeah, same here. I wanted to see you again, too.
Thanks for coming back to us, Rean.
And thanks for giving me a place to come back to.
Well, that's all of us, together again.
Can't help but crack a smile when watching them, can you? Don't know if I've ever seen anyone so happy to see their friends again.
I should hope so. It wasn't easy making it happen.
What's wrong, Celine? Don't play the tsundere act on me now. Oh? Huh. I actually didn't think of that. Why am I even talking? Yeah, I wonder how we are gonna get past them, Fee. Well, that's reassuring. Yeah, how are we gonna get past the bridge? Elliot and Fee joined the party. Good. I needed the fourth party member in my team. Also, Reen and Elliot, as well as Reen and Fee, are able to use Overdrive when linked together. And now we can change the party order and party members. Since we have more than 4 party members, we can decide who starts the battle and who stays on the bench, basically. And we can swap out attack members with support members at any given time, even during even during combat. We will be given the chance to swap out party members without losing a turn. So when you're making your own team, do keep in mind the support members can still be of use. And here's how you switch in combat. Whenever you're in combat, just press R1 during the turn of a character. That character goes out and you switch with another party member. Easy enough, right? And now that we have 4 party members, we can also use the Burst Link attack. Think of it as Rush, only more powerful, costing 5 bravery points, the max that we can get. And not only that, it attacks with the entire team, so you actually get to do 4 extra attacks all at once. And it's actually the best way to heal yourself from status elements, as you can see from the bottom line. And also the best way to actually get overkill bonuses against very weakened enemies. Okay, before ending this episode, let's talk about the party members that just joined, Fee and Elliot, the final party members of Act 1-1. Let's start with the objectively worst of the two, that one being Elliot. Now, Elliot is essentially the white mage of the game. He's the healer. It's pure and simple. Whenever it comes to his crafts, you can easily see that he's more support than combat oriented. We have Detector, which serves to analyze the enemy's data, as well as increase by 1 star the unbalance rate efficacy of the enemies, so it's actually pretty okay. Then we have by far his best craft, Resounding Beat, which grants an HP regeneration of 30% for each action, as well as defense buff by 25%. This one is pretty good because it actually allows you to survive tough encounters by raising your defenses as high as humanly possible. Then we have his first offensive craft, Blue Lullaby, which deals damage on Art Strike instead of Strength. It has a 30% chance of inflicting sleep, but it doesn't have a lot of power and cannot unbalance. Then we have the other offensive craft, Nocturne Bell, which is essentially a more powerful Blue Lullaby with a wider range, as well as the ability to inflict Nightmare, which is a more powerful sleep. Basically, you go to sleep and you actually get damage each turn. Also, his final craft, Holy Song, the second best after Resounding Beat, heals an area around himself for half of the health and cure all status elements except for KO status. Pretty good. Then we have his S-craft in 7th Rhapsody. It can deal Confuse. It deals magic damage, double S. It's pretty okay, but it's by far one of the weakest S-crafts in the game, if you ask me. It was the same thing even in the first one. Since he uses an Orbital Staff, we need to remember 2 things. The first one being that he uses Strength to calculate damage on the enemy. However, instead of targeting defense, he targets art defense. So he's actually pretty good against high defense enemies because they usually are weak to magic, and his attack is basically magic based. Think of a weapon from Fire Emblem that has, I don't know, think of the Flame Sword, the Levin Sword, that deals damage on resistance instead of defense. It's the same concept. And the second thing is that since he uses an Orbital Staff, he can actually deal unbalance on all four types of attack: Slash, Pierce, Thrust, and Strike. However, as you can see, the rate is pretty low, but again, that's balanced out by the fact that he covers all 4. Now let's move on to his Master Chords real quick, that being Cannon. Cannon boosts the power of healing-based arts like Tear by 25%, and every time that it levels up, it will give an extra healing boost, as well as granting the user an HP regeneration whenever HP are low at the beginning of the combat, I think. I'm not really 100% sure, I don't remember what all the Master Chords do. There are also some differences between the first and the second game, so I haven't looked it up, and I really don't want to do it for this video right now. Stat-wise, it boosts EP and Art Strike, and it's somewhat average in Art Defense, but pretty mediocre on everything else, especially HP and strength being the two weakest points. By leveling up, Cannon will give us also pretty much all the single target healing arts. Pretty good, but let's just say that with Quartzes we will be having to give him something that will give him some AoE too, but he's also pretty good as an offensive mage, since he comes with a pretty high art strike at 774. And now let's move to the other party member. Oh, Fee, how I missed you. So, what's good about Fee, you may ask? Well, there are two things. The first is that she's pretty much the fastest character you can use in the game, bar a couple of guest characters, I think. But between the members of Class 7, she's the one with the highest speed, so she will get a lot of turns. The other good thing about her is her evasion stat. As you can see, she comes with equipment and built-in bonuses that give her an evasion of 35%, meaning that she has a 35% chance of dodging all physical attacks coming her way. With the shining status on her, it becomes 85%. She is by far one of the best characters to give the evasion build, and it's actually the most advised choice for her, because look at her range. Now you see it being 1, but thanks to her weapon, the gun blades, a difference between the first and the second game is that in this one she can actually counter from 6 range instead of 1. In the first game she was locked to 1 range even to counter attacks, but in this one she can counter at all ranges, and that makes her extremely good. The downside of all that is that besides her speed, evasion, and strength, all of her stats, including HP, are pretty low, so she's essentially a glass cannon. Or rather, she's made to be a dodge tank more than anything else, and by the time she will have 100% evasion, the only thing she will fear are magic-based attack. But by the time we will find a lot of magic-based bosses in this game, we will have a way to counter that too. Thanks to her gunblades, she inflicts attack unbalance on slash, thrust, and pierce. Not strike, however, but all 3 are at B rank, so it's actually kinda good. Her crafts are Sweep, which is an area strike that can impede and inflict a speed debuff. That's actually pretty good. Flash Grenade, which hits an even larger area than Sweep, doesn't have a lot of power but can inflict blind and seal at the same time. Scud Reaper, which is a pretty powerful strike that hits a line and has the chance of unbalance, cause feint, or even insta-death at times. And finally Bullet Cyclone, which is her delay move, and can also inflict seal and actually has a lot of power, but the area she hits is relatively small. This is actually pretty good against bosses. Oh, I forgot. Her S break is Sylphic Dance, double S plus in a very large area. It's a pretty powerful attack considering that she has a pretty high strength, so keep that in mind. She can hit pretty much the entire arena with it, with good enemy positioning. Master Quartz wise, she comes with Raven, which grants her a pretty high speed and strength boost, but very little of everything else. She starts the fight with boosted speed for 2 turns, and she also gets the Art Chrono Drive. While leveling up, Raven will grant her the ability of extending the period of time she has boosted speed at the beginning of combat. She will get extra speed when her HP are low, and at level 5, the highest level of the Master Quartz, she will also get a boost in evasion. Art-wise, she will get all the arts regarding turn manipulation, so Chrono Drive, Chrono Break, which inflicts a minus speed to the enemies, and Chrono Burst, which gives herself 2 extra turns. By far, she is the best suited for the evasion build. Also, we need to buy them equipment, so I think after I'm gonna stop this episode, I'm gonna go back to Celtic and buy that for them. So, like I was saying, she is the best suited for the evasion build, and I am going to give her that to her, and I highly suggest you do it too, because trust me, it's gonna be very useful. Anyway, this episode has dragged far too long, so I'm gonna end it right here. Join me next time as we're going to be heading towards the Twin Dragon Bridge and hopefully reaching Gorelia Fortress. This has been Bahama Raven, and I will see you with the next video. Bye bye!